Big boy neighborhood. Young Jeezy is in the neighborhood, man.
Yes, sir.
Jeezy, where do I begin? I got to begin
Talk
to
to me.
end. All right, now you're at the BET Hip Hop Awards.
Okay.
And well, really, you're at the fight till an award show breaks out. No, so in your words, homie, like we had a chance to talk to Mike Epps, and Mike Epps was like, "Man, it wasn't that big. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? The award show went on. So what happened between Young Jeezy's team and Rick Ross?
I mean, first of all, it was a great award show.
Yes, it was. I'm sure you're right.
I mean, basically, it was just a good show to me. You know, I went there, got on with Wiz. It was cool.
Yes, sir.
You know, we did our thing. So in the hallway, you know, we walking out, whatever. So me and him had never really seen each other, you know, face to face for real. And you know, I just felt like, you know, he spoke, I spoke, and that was basically it. But at the end of the day, it's been going on for a while, so I just felt like if it was to be handled, it should have been handled there.
Right.
You know, we was gonna get past it to keep moving. You know what I mean? So in my words, I just feel like a lot of these cats are actors, rappers, and I'm Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? And they can never be me. And that's just pretty much that.
So was that the first time y'all was sing? So that was damn near on site. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, if he can make his over here, I can make mine. But if we ever do.
Yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, man, you know, I refuse to be a part of this WWF, you know, propaganda and BS to sell records. You know what I mean? If that's who you want to be, you know, you want to be a tough guy, you be that. I'm a boss. You know what I'm saying? I'm a G. And that's just how it is, you know what I mean?
Man, so was anyone touched that day?
But I assure you, I can't speak for everybody, but ain't nobody putting no hands on me.
I heard that.
Yeah, so I mean, I can't say that for everybody involved.
Right.
But ain't nobody touched me.
So where,
just know that.
Where does that put you guys at now, Jeezy? Like,
I mean, you know,
is it on site again, or is it like...
I'm getting my money.
I heard that. I heard.
And at the end
and you've
of the day,
always said that way.
Yeah, I ain't worried about no another grown man, so that's why I'm at on it. You know what I mean? I'm going to continue to make records, continue to make hits, continue to be what I am, legendary. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that. Baby, were you...
Yeah.
Did they have that on Wikipedia?
No,
right. No,
I'm not sure about Wikipedia. Now, but the video that was shown where it's supposedly you and him backstage, you weren't in the video.
Yeah.
And it's just him walking away with the shirt off. I kind of just want to know, was it a little bit funny with his shirt off and you guys speaking to each other? Like,
hey, I ain't in all that.
It's just funny to see him.
Yeah, I ain't in all that.
Man, so were the words between you guys, like, were y'all speaking to each other?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. Like, you know, I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been, you know, just back and forth 2-3 years about nothing. You know what I mean? So, you know, you see me where I'm from. If it's a problem, we handle it. If not, let's keep it moving. But, you know, I just feel like this rap game is just WWF. Everybody want, you know, get points off somebody else. I earn my respect in the streets. I got real respect. I'm not an actor. I'm not a fraud. I'm not a fake. I'm Jeezy. Every day, all day. So that's just how I feel, you know. So if it was, you know, if it was anything, it should have been straight now. Anything past that, it is what it is.
I gotta say though, like when you guys were on like the Hustler remix, like the track that you've done together, it's amazing music.
Believe
Do
that.
you ever feel like you guys are compromising what you could be making musically?
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I just feel like, you know, I'm here to feed my family, and anything that comes between that, you know, I'm not gonna let that happen. And you know, if it's music to be made, you know, make music. Yeah. You know, anything else it is what it is.
Do you think it's too far for y'all to do that?
I
now,
mean, ain't nobody been shot, stabbed, killed. Ain't nobody touched nobody's family. So
yeah, I hear you.
That's just
you
where
never
I'm
know.
at. Yeah, you never know.
I heard
but
that.
at the same time, you know, me as a man, I just feel like I just can't be a part of the whole WWF thing. I don't stand for that. You know what I mean? I speak for the streets. I speak for the people. I speak for the culture. So I take this serious. It's not a check to me. This is a way of life. This is how I live. This is how I feed my family. This is what I love. So I just, you know, feel a way when that's being compromised. You know what I mean? Your character. You know who you are. So that's where I'm at on.
Hey, Jeezy, it seemed like the flame, and I don't know how big the flame is between Jeezy and Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
Like it seemed like somebody poured a little gasoline on this again.
I mean, you know, I feel like, you know, everybody know that boy retarded, man. Nobody taking him seriously, man.
Damn.
You know, he got an ice cream cone on his face, man. Let's be for real. You know what I mean? And you know, given that said, you know, I'm not going back. You know, I'm going forward. And it's just like, you know, and then it's crazy because they'll call you and want you on songs. And then when you don't get on the songs, that's what happened.
Right. So did Gucci call you to get on the record?
Of course he did.
And so when you say
he called
no,
me
or
a
it's
few
not
times. I just said it wasn't a good idea. I mean, you know, we passed that. I don't want to go backwards. And he reached out a few times. I ain't do the record, so I guess he feel it. Well, he didn't take his medicine that day.
Right.
Bud shouted.
Damn. Hey man, so
you feel me?
So when you guys, not when you guys, but when there's positions that go down like that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's the rap game, man.
Right.
You know, it happens all the time, man. But it's just like just to show you what you're dealing with. You know, I saw the interview, so let's be clear. And just to show you what you're dealing with, the cat said that he came to my party. First of all, he could never come to a Young Jeezy party without an invite. And I doubt that would happen. And it was T.I.'s party. I just happened to go through. Me and T.I. had the same birthday week. And I want to show love, and that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm grown. I'm bigger than that. You know, if you want to catch up, homie, you know what to do. Get your grind on. Don't hate on no grown man. You know, that's where I'm at on it.
Hey, man, and with certain situations, it's as real as it could be, like right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but I feel like, you know, you talking about a cat that been in the crazy house 3 times. I can't take him serious. He got ice cream. He's nutty buddy. He got an ice cream cone on his face. Right. Grown man don't do that type of shit.
Right.
So okay, come on, man.
Oh my gosh.
So when do you see a conversation? Well, y'all
listen, man. Absolutely not, dog. Just the you know, just the level of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't deal with that. You know what I mean? I got too much money and not enough patience to be dealing with somebody who's catching feelings, you know, when things don't go their way. We grown. Right. You know, get over it, homie. You know, whatever it was in 04, that's what it was. It's 2012, man.
Right.
I'm 16 million records sold.